Hey guys, it's Steve here from HeyItSteve.com, and in this video I want to show you how to add a popover form or a pop-in, hover over, hovering, whatever you want to call it. Basically the form will slide down onto a web page when you land on it that will bring you an offer or a call to action or to join a newsletter. So for the purpose of this one, we're just going to use join my newsletter. Okay, so that's going to be our call to action. So I've gone and I created a very simple graphic using Photoshop, which is available online. It comes at a premium cost, although I do believe you can access a free version of some of the older software rather than fork out quite a lot to join the latest one. I think it's a running monthly fee. But aside from that, like I said, we've created the graphic as you can see on the screen. Very simple, and all I've done, I've left a section of the image blank. I'll just highlight that on here for you to be able to see where I've left blank, and obviously it's intentional that I've left this section here blank. So that's where we're going to embed our opt-in form into the image. Okay, now don't panic, it's not as complicated as it initially may sound. So I've saved that image as a JPEG and I've saved it to my desktop, and I've then gone and uploaded that image to my WordPress website. Okay, just adding an item to WordPress via the media upload as you would. Okay, so it's media, add new, and then you select the item from your desktop and upload it the same as you would any other image or anything that you upload to your WordPress site. Okay, so that image is there and that is now on my blog, and it has a URL, a file URL. Okay, and as you can see that on here on the right hand side, we've got the file URL. So it's mydomain.com/content uploads and so on, and I can now use that URL to call that item from somewhere else, and somewhere else is going to be our autoresponder account. Okay, so there's the image. All we do is we highlight and copy that address where the URL, where that image is stored. Okay, and then we head off to our autoresponder. Okay, now this is one that I have I've already gone to create a new form, and we've selected in the options for the form type is PopOver. Okay, you can also use Lightbox as well, and as you can see there it says identical to a PopOver, but it darkens your web page behind. Okay, so that really does focus the attention on that, and we'll show you that one as well in just a second. So initially we've just gone for PopOver, and this hovers within the web page. Okay, we've set the PopOver width to be 900 pixels, okay, because that's the size of the image that we've created. And if I scroll down here, you can see that I've got that image put in. So I'll show you how we did that. Now inside here we click on body, and normally this advanced tab will be withdrawn. So what we need to do is to expand that, and where the background image is, we paste that URL. So I'll just clear that for a second, and what we do is get rid of that in there, right click and paste that URL that we just copied, and click away. Okay, now that brings us the background in. The only issue you're going to come across, which can be a little bit time consuming, and I'll be honest, it can frustrate you a little bit, is to set the padding. Now all the padding does is it tells the form how far away from one of the sides the form is supposed to start and where it's supposed to finish. Okay, so I'll just show you here. Now those are the right numbers, because I made sure of that before I recorded this video. Otherwise this video would be at least 25 minutes long. But if we preview that form, that shows us how our popover is going to look. Okay, now if I was to alter one of these figures, so let's say we alter the first one, if I change that to 250 instead of 500 and preview that again, you can see where that form now starts, and obviously that's conflicting with one of the images that is on the background. Okay, so just fiddle around. I recommend that you do one, adjust the figure, and then work on the next one before moving on, and then eventually you'll end up with the form in the position on the page where you want it. Okay, so that's all there is to that, and Once you're happy with that, and you know that your item's in the right place, you save your form. You can edit your settings, so we're just going to call this one PopOver, so we can easily identify that. And we're going to hit Save Our Form. And we're going to publish this form. Okay, now this is going to be the same way that we did publish the other one that was on our site. So what I'm going to do is I will install my form. We'll steal the JavaScript from here. Okay, highlight it all, right click and copy. We'll minimize that and that one. And we'll get back to our blog if I can find that. Okay, so we're back on our blog. Just move that up so we can see. Or not. And then we need to go to Appearance and Widgets. And then remember we identified which one of our tabs was the one that we wanted. So I'm going to scroll down and pick the HTML tab again. And we'll left click and drag this up to our secondary. And I'm going to place that near the bottom. There is a reason why I'm doing that, is because if I put it at the top, I will end up with a blank space at the top where that code has been embedded, and it will look a bit strange. Okay, so like I said, that is that reason why I'm doing that. We'll automatically add the paragraphs. We'll check that box, and inside the feature area here, I'm going to right click and paste, and press save. Okay, now this form I believe is set to appear every time somebody clicks on the page. Just check that on a separate screen if you can bear with me. So yeah, it's to slide from the top. The delay is 0 seconds and it's set to always display. Okay, so this should, we'll double check this, but I've got a feeling, knowing Chrome, it's not going to show up on the first occasion. Oh, it has. Okay, so that has appeared and it's on the first go, which is great news. Okay, so that's already there. So join my free newsletter, the only resource you're going to need to get started online. And then just some call to action points, some really things that I've put on there that I'm hoping will resonate with somebody that they want to learn to do, or that this is going to incentivize them to want to join my list. Okay, and it's that straightforward. And you can leave that alone, and if you want to check that it still works, refresh again, and the newsletter pops onto the page. Okay, and if we expand it, we can just see that it's just appeared on our page as we wanted it to. Okay, and that's it. That's all you need to do to add a popover to your site. What I will do is I'll go back to this screen here and bring that in so we can now set an opportunity for us to, I've got so many things open here that I don't need. Just find the other one that we had here. So we'll go back, and what we'll do is we'll go back to our sign up forms. I'll copy this popover one, so that will produce us a new one, and we're going to change the type on here to the Lightbox. Okay, and I just want to make sure that this will appear in the middle of the screen. So let's just check that that's worked okay. It's probably going to have altered the position. Nope, that's cool, that's fine. Okay, so we'll save our form on here again, and we'll just call that popover 2, and we'll save again. We'll move on to publish. We will install our form. We'll select this text from here, right click and copy. We'll go back to our blog. We don't need to upload the image this time, it's already there, so that's fine. And I'm just going to change this text here, get rid of what was in there, and we'll paste the new code in there to give us the one that's going to darken the background image for us, or darken the back of the screen, and really focus the attention on just the popover on the screen. Okay, so that's just hit save on that, make sure that's saved, go back to our blog, we'll refresh, and that is now, as you can see, it's darkened out everything behind and just getting us to focus on solely on this popover. Okay, so this is where our main focus of attention, and we really want to throw something at somebody here. It's literally us or our website banging the screen saying, look, this is what I've got for you. You know, if you really want this, put your name and email address in that box there and sign up. Okay, so that's as easy as it is. So I recommend that you have a go, create yourself some images. If I can find a link to a free Photoshop, I believe I've downloaded it on another computer within my home office that I use. But I've had this, I think it's Photoshop CS3. I've had this for a few years, and I've installed the software, like I say, years ago. So, but I think I've got CS3 again on another computer in the house that was a free download. I think it was from CNET, but I'm not sure. But if I do find that link, I will include that in the description or in the content below this video. Now, I hope you found that this video useful, and you can go away, like I said, create some images, upload them to your blog, and sync them with your autoresponder account. Have a fiddle around with the padding settings, and get yourself a popover like the one that's on my website. So that's great. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below the video, and I'll do my best to get back to you and to offer any assistance that I can. Okay, thanks for watching the video.